Hello.
Hello everybody, and this is Sasha. She's a true perfectionist, and she's really admired by society. She likes to do everything right and be in control, but in reality, it makes her life miserable and ruins it.
Whoa, wait, dude. What do you mean? Never have I been so miserable because of my perfectionism. Like, are you kidding me? I'm actually achieving all of my goals. I'm so productive. I'm doing everything stuff right, and society considers me like the best one. Aren't I?
Yes, maybe she thinks that she is in control, but in reality, she doesn't realize that she is preoccupied her worth with her achievements, and without them, she thinks that she is nothing.
Wait, no, that's not true. I'm not preoccupied my work with my success. No, that's not true. You're talking shit. Stop, please. Let me explain everything for you clearly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sasha, and I'm really glad that you clicked on this video. Today, I wanted to yap a little bit about really controversial topic called perfectionism and its negative effects on our life. It's a little sit-down podcast style video. I'm trying that only for the second time. The first video about podcast and my new rubric on the channel, it's a previous one. I will attach a link just right here. You can check it if you want to. That's why I'm tasting that right now. And if you will like this video, you can write your feedback in the comments below. I will so appreciate that, and probably will continue to record videos like that because actually I like yapping on a camera. And I was actually speculating about trying podcast as one of the rubrics of my channel. So also, before we will dive into our interesting topic, I would like to tell you that we have adorable buttons below this video. Subscribe and thumbs up, and I also will so appreciate your feedback in the comments below, as I mentioned before. So right now, let's just dive into the topic. Let's firstly break down what is perfectionism about. Perfectionism is a strong intention and drive to be absolutely perfect at the beginning of every journey, including setting unrealistically impracticable high standards, followed by violent criticism afterwards if the owner of the syndrome doesn't match the standards he or she has set. Usually, a person struggling with that feels the strong need in succeeding straight at the beginning. If he doesn't see the result, or the result not as good as he expected, he feels disillusioned, humiliated, and guilty. He starts to put a significant pressure on himself, and that's actually basically deters him from going further. That's not true. You're just saying stuff that I do not know. Like, who will believe you? No. Let's continue. All of us have seen all of these perfect influencers in the social media. Their perfect 6,000 steps makeup routine, their perfect cars, perfect apartments,
perfect relationships, perfect body, perfect everything.
Literally everything. And that has been empowering also people from all over the world to be as prosperous and successful as possible for decades, literally decades. Especially right now, in the generation of technologies, there the information just spreading so much more rapidly. That actually creates a really big pressure on the society. I think that never anyone haven't compared themselves to others, like, nor even me. Like, I'm always comparing myself to others, not only on the social media, but also just in basic life, because I'm feeling like I need to be triumphed one. I need to be the most beautiful, the most successful and stuff. And right now I'm really thoughtfully trying to work on that with my psychologist. That's why I decided to discuss this topic here to kind of make a practice, you know. Even Harvard University says that in 1991, the scientists Paul Hewitt and Gordon Flett identified 3 forms of the perfectionism. The first one, self-oriented perfectionism. This is having unrealistic expectations that you made yourself on your own actions. Everything that you have done will be not enough. Somebody are doing better, and you are feeling that's why really guilty, humiliated, and disillusioned of yourself. it actually can lead to the procrastination, and it just deters you from going further. The second one, other-oriented perfectionism. It's having unrealistic expectations on others. Then you're relying on others, but actually, like, nobody will match your boundaries. Nobody will match your settings that you set in your head. And socially prescribed perfectionism, it's your belief that others have expectations on you. So you're feeling obliged to match to the settings, to make other people feel comfortable, instead of feeling comfortable yourself. It's kinda a hero syndrome. Then you are feeling like you need to help to everybody. And the majority of people who are struggling with that, I think, in my opinion, can't say the word no or anything else. If you're having these syndromes, welcome to the Perfectionist community. I'm also Perfectionist, if you don't know. Incorrect information. Okay, tell me why it makes my life miserable. You don't have any correct arguments, Please say me an argument. What if perfectionism helps me to be productive?
Like, if I hadn't been perfectionist, I wouldn't achieve all of my goals. I wouldn't learn English. I wouldn't learn Spanish. I wouldn't learn. I would just lie in my bed, So perfectionism is really good, actually.
Yes, I agree. Even if it's considered good for success, it actually can bring so much more dire consequences. Let me give you some examples what you can get by getting a perfectionist. First of all, the severe fear of changing and failing. I think I don't need to describe that actually, because that's actually a fear of just failing, and you're just starting to postpone your own achievements and your own goals, because you're just failing or feeling disillusioned or feeling that you fall behind. That's a constant anxiety about your decisions and the need to be absolutely sure everything will be done right. Second of all, it can give a negative impact on the relationships in your family and friends. And you can worsen your relationship by yelling at your mom or something. It of course depends on a person, but I think you understand, like you're starting to neglect actually doing relationships, actually building connections between people, because you're only focused on achieving your own goals and anything else. Third one, and I guess the most sneakiest one, it's procrastination. What is a procrastination? It goes really tight with the fear of changing. That's a really sneaky thing, as I mentioned before. If a perfectionist can't do something perfectly the first time, they may keep putting it off, neglecting, postponing it, because they are actually just really intimidated of trying something new, because they are feeling that they will fail that, and afterward they will be harassed by people, and they of course don't want to do that, because our brain is so smart. They're trying to escape discomfort to make our life enjoyable, but actually procrastination makes it only more and more vulnerable. And the last one, worry, anxiety, or depression. Yes, perfectionism can even lead to the mental illnesses, such as eating disorders, anxiety, ADHD, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorders, and other ones.
Because, as I mentioned before, you are starting to put so much more pressure on yourself, and it doesn't matter on what, on weight, on your studying, on your work, on your occupation, basically. So that actually can lead to the really big dire situations.
I guess that's intimidating already enough for you to not dive into this loop. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, man, I need to show you it on a scheme, because instead you are going to be just so exasperating. How to get out of that? Well, after everything I just said, you might answer me. So, how to get rid of that? To change and heal your perfectionism and turn it into something actually beneficial for your growth, we should cultivate self-compassion. What is self-compassion? Self-compassion is a complete opposite of the perfectionism. It tells and shows you that every mistake you have made along the way or will make is just another opportunity to grow. Self-compassion still empowers you and encourages you to make big decisions in your life, but it doesn't focus on avoiding any possible mistakes. For example, instead of shaming yourself for taking a nap instead of studying, as a perfectionism does, self-compassion sets boundaries. I will take a nap and it will help me to be more focused while studying. Then I will start it 20 minutes later. I would like to summarize that perfectionism is not the best way to escape your anxiety. It creates only an illusion of control. But in reality, all of your life starts to be controlled by your anxious thoughts and rules you set it for yourself. So guys, let's just accept that we are not perfect. We just can't be perfect because it's not just, it was like the nature created us not perfect, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty. Like, I'm sitting right now here. My makeup is not perfect. My room is not perfect. I have a mess right now, but I just hided it up. Oh, my skin is not perfect. My nails is not perfect. I need to change them. I'm sitting in shorts, in pajama shorts. I'm not perfect. I'm not talking perfect. My English is not perfect. I made a bazillions of typos already, probably. So guys, that's actually all I wanted to tell you today. I hope you liked this video. And if it was like that, please put your perfect thumb up below this video or click on this perfect button, subscribe. Have a good night, morning, evening, shower. I do not know the time you are watching or listening this video, but if you like that, just remember that I'm kissing your butts, everybody, and see you in the next